Keith Ballin back with another video. Jonathan Kuminga reportedly won't be traded by Warriors amid NBA contract rumors. So we all know Kuminga and the Warriors have been feuding for the longest, right? Last season, I felt they did the man wrong. They embarrassed the man. They sat up there, gave him DMPs, didn't want to play him. They didn't even want to play him in games they needed him, where you had injuries to Steph Curry, you had injuries to Jimmy Butler. You didn't even want to play Jonathan Kuminga then. But now you want to try to keep this guy on the roster. You don't really want to pay him. This guy is one of your better young players. Steve Kerr is an absolute fool for not using this guy earlier. He only started using Kuminga when he was in a situation where he had no choice. And Kuminga stepped in and balled out, had several 30-point games, I believe, in the playoffs trying to help this team. Ultimately, they weren't able to get it done anyway because they were just too short-handed with Curry missing time. But the thing is, Kuminga growth has been stunted by this organization. I feel him on declining all their offers. I feel him on wanting to go elsewhere. They have basically embarrassed him in front of the whole league, in front of the whole world. You don't want to put him on the court. You don't want to pay him. Don't want to give him no minutes in the game. Like, why do y'all dislike this man? And when he plays, he balls. He has talent. He's not a scrub. I don't understand this. I could see if he was getting out there and wasn't doing anything. But anyway, that leads us to today. This is coming out of Bleacher Report. They're saying that Jonathan Kuminga reportedly isn't going anywhere this offseason. Okay, the Golden State Warriors don't plan to trade Kuminga this summer, and he'll be on the team's roster at the start of the season. For much of the offseason, it appeared Kuminga could be on his way out of Golden State via sign and trade, though the Athletics' Fred Katz reported last week that sign and trade talks hadn't gained any traction. As far as an offer from the Warriors, Kuminga reportedly hasn't gotten one that he likes just yet. ESPN Shams Charania and Anthony Slater reported last week that Kuminga is continuing to decline their 2-year, $45 million contract offer, noting he has received offers of 4 years and approximately $90 million from other teams. According to Charania and Slater, the potential 2-year deal, including a team option, has made Kuminga hesitant to sign it. The continued stalemate is largely about control, and the option dispute is at the crux of it, per ESPN. Kuminga believes accepting the Warriors' 2-year offer with the team option, along with forfeiting trade veto rights, cedes too much control to a franchise he believes has stunted and strung his career along for 4 seasons, sources said. Kuminga, still just 22 years old, likely would have already been signed if he were an unrestricted free agent, but his restricted free agent status has complicated things because he is a restricted free agent. The Warriors have the chance to match any offer sheet he receives from another team, thus making a sign and trade the most likely way out of Golden State for him. But the Warriors seemingly haven't received the trade offer they like, and it appears Kuminga will stay put this offseason. Now it's a matter of Kuminga and Golden State agreeing to a deal. Kuminga has shown flashes of potential early in his career, averaging 15 points per game a season ago, but he's still far from star status. The best option for Kuminga might be to sign a short-term deal this season and prove he's worth a more lucrative contract in the future. So the Warriors have pretty much hamstrung Kuminga, and he's forced to sign a short-term deal with the Warriors because he can't go anywhere because the Warriors can match any offer, and he's a restricted free agent. They have complete control right now. He doesn't like the deal they're offering him. He doesn't want to sign for 2 years. He don't want the 2 years, $45 million. He's done with him, bro. He don't want to play for Golden State, bro. And anybody in their right mind knows why exactly that's the case. I mean, just look at it. I've already explained everything. They didn't want to get this guy any minutes. They embarrassed him in front of the league. They don't want to pay him anything. They don't want to treat him like he's some good player. And like the article said, he's not a star. Nobody's saying that, but he's a rising good talent, great talent, I would say. The guy's good driving to the rim. The guy needs to work on his jump shot, but he gave you something you didn't have on that team in the playoffs. Draymond gives you nothing offensively. All you had was Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, who both dealt with injuries. Kuminga was the only guy who could get buckets. You need guys that can score, and he's one of them, especially coming off the bench. Why wouldn't you utilize him? Steve Kerr to me is one of the most overrated coaches ever. I'm telling you guys that. You see what he did to Jason Tatum in the Olympics? Oh, I just can't find nowhere to play him, man. Come on, bro. Dude's ultra talented. You don't want to put him in the game. It's embarrassing, bro. Nobody's saying play this guy more than Steph Curry or more than Jimmy Butler, but get him out there. The guy was racking up DNPs. Like he's just an absolute bum. Like he just can't do anything. He's an athletic forward. You could use him, bro. You could use him, but you love playing Moses Moody. You love playing Brandon Podziemski like they're just proven talent. I'm just telling you, man, I don't believe in Steve Kerr like y'all do. He's a good coach, whatever the case may be, but I don't see no elite or nothing like that, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. I've always hated how he does his rotations. I believe he hurts the Warriors by how he does them. You guys remember he chose basically Draymond over Klay Thompson. I don't know, man. Dre is declining. Steph is getting older. I just think you should have tried to use some of your young talent to help the older guys out. I don't see that as being a huge problem. But you got this issue with Kuminga. Apparently, he's not playing the exact way you want him to play. I don't know. He's never really explained it. He's never really explained Jonathan's Kuminga's problem to where he can't even get minutes, to where you would put a guy who can come in and average 15 a night, you would not even put him in the game. Like it's laughable, bro. It's laughable that you don't use a guy that you need. And like I said, I know Kuminga's not a perfect player. He has things he got to work on. But a guy like him coming off the bench, bro, he's valuable, bro. He's valuable. And now they hold his rights. They can match any offer. They're offering him the 2-year, $45 million. He doesn't want it. Doesn't want to play with these guys. But he's stuck. He's going to have to sign a short-term deal because the Warriors aren't taking any trades for him. They don't like the deals. So basically, what the Warriors are saying, they're saying he's good enough to get a lot of talent back in a trade for him, but he's not good enough to play for y'all. This is just ridiculous, bro. Explain that, Golden State. Explain this. Y'all want hella talent in return for Jonathan Kuminga. But the fact he's on your team, y'all don't want to play him like he's talented? What the F is that, bro? They're just flat out railroading him. They're just flat out hamstringing him his whole career. They don't want to see this guy succeed. That's how I'm going to sum it up in my eyes. And it's unfortunate, man. I want to see Kuminga move to go somewhere else. Maybe go to a team that's trying to rebuild. Maybe he can carve out a niche trying to grow into a role of being a young star. And if he fails there, well, at least he had a chance to bump his head. At least he had a chance to operate and see what he could do. With Golden State, he's not able to even get that opportunity because Kerr don't believe in the guy. And when he's forced to play him, Jonathan Kuminga plays well, and then Kerr doesn't even care. He acts like he didn't even see it. Oh well. We'll bench you the next game. So that's what's going on with Jonathan Kuminga, guys. It looks like he's going to be with the Golden State Warriors at the start of the season. And I would assume maybe around the trade deadline, they'll probably try to move him then. But Jonathan Kuminga's best hope, sign this short-term deal, and maybe you can get the hell out of there by the trade deadline. That's all I can tell you because it looks like you're not getting out of there this offseason. Want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. What do you guys think about Jonathan Kuminga staying with the Golden State Warriors at least by the start of the season? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think he'll be moved? He'll be traded by the trade deadline? Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that is checking out the videos, man. And hey, I'm up out of here, man. I'm gone.